plates inside ionizers. There's different types of plates, and there's different new technology that's been developed. Emcotech came out with some new patents and tried over the last 10 years to make much more efficient plates. There's a lot of discussion about bigger is better, and is 7 plates better than 5, and are solid plates better than screens, and so we'd like to answer some of those questions in this section. Emcotech has been working and developing. They have 20 full-time PhD doctors in their R&D department and are always coming up with new techniques to make these units much more efficient, more effective, essentially. The old technology, I like to use the image of a cell phone. About 18 years ago, I got a cell phone almost, 15, 18 years ago. It was so big, it was the size of a typewriter. It sat on the seat next to me in the car, and it couldn't do very much, but it was a cell phone. And now we have these Razr cell phones, even the iPhone, that's fabulous. It's like, it can do an incredible amount of stuff, and they're teeny, they're miniaturized. Well, technology gets better and better, and more miniaturized, and more functions and features as time goes on if you have an R&D department, which EMCO does. Emcotech has 20 full-time PhD doctors, engineers, working on evolving and developing the water technology, basically the ionizing cells, the diodes and the plates. So one of the big improvements that they came up with was to make screens. The titanium is a very strong metal, it doesn't wear out, and instead of making solid plates, they said, well, if we make screens and coat it with platinum, the water can pass through the screen, and the water doesn't have to go all the way around the plate in order to be touching the water and the platinum touching each other. They can actually pass through the screens, and there's more surface area by creating interior structure to the plate. But when the water is passing through, there's more surface area of the metal, of the platinum touching the water. But more importantly, the water doesn't have to move as much inside the unit to get alkalized, to create the effect. And they by doing the plates, and they patented, they were able to have smaller plates and less of them and still get very effective ionization of the water. In addition to that, they basically have worked on changing the platinum process, where they plate them in a very different way. They use robotics to spray the plates. These screens that they use, they do 3 separate sprayings with little robotics inside the unit, and it sprays them, and it creates a much better coating than just dipping the plates, which is the old technology of just dipping the solid plate in platinum dip. Now they spray it with these little robotics, and they create an uneven spray that's thick, but they make it disrupted so that actually when you look under a microscope, you see topography. It's like a mountain range. And again, more surface area of platinum touching the molecules of water as opposed to a very flat plane. So the actual plating process is very different. When they made the screens so much more efficient and the water able to flow through them, they were able to lower the voltage of electricity inside the unit. So they actually work on about 1/3 the voltage. And voltage is what strips platinum off the plates. It's a known scientific fact that the higher the voltage, the more platinum gets peeled off the plates in the usage. So by having much more efficient and much smaller and compact and still creating very strong alkaline water, they are able to use less voltage to achieve the same thing. And of course making the plates last longer. And then of course they've also put in the new cleaning systems, which there's a whole section on. So that's the difference between screen plates and solid plates. The screen plates are new patented improvements over the old technology and creating just as good water with much more efficient situation.